I just felt so trapped, like I was missing out on life. If there are other artists who are feeling like really isolated, there are options for how to like switch your life up. You don't have to be locked away. I've decided that I'm going to change up my content. I'm guessing most people don't want the content that I'm making. Quite close to burnout. I just felt like giving myself a little break. Look at that. Freaking huge. Today we are in Bosnia. We are in an apartment, not our van. We're in a beautiful town called Stolac or Stolac. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And I've just finished a big publishing project that I've been working on for maybe 3 or so months. I just finished it yesterday and I'm feeling so relieved and jubilant, I would say, to have that done. It was a really hard slog, especially towards the end. So I've just finished a couple of weeks of really intensive work, working from kind of 10, 11 a.m. until 2 a.m. Quite close to burnout, but I don't actually feel too bad because it was just for a couple of weeks working that hard. Now I'm ready to look after myself a little bit. Do the things that I've been wanting to do whilst I've been stuck in this apartment and also a previous apartment that we were in before this one. Today's video is going to be me documenting 10 acts of self-care that I do when I finish a client project. And the first one is about to happen. We are going to go outside and we're going to go walk up a big hill. Sunlight, exercise outside, appreciating nature. Day 2 of self-care. I intended to film a lot more yesterday. In the spirit of self-care, I just felt like giving myself a little break. And also, I did tell a little bit of a lie yesterday. I haven't quite finished my project. I'd finished the painting part of my publishing job, which was the long slog, which was the bulk of the labour, but I still needed to scan and edit everything. So I have now scanned and edited things, and that's what I ended up doing yesterday after we got back from our walk. That took most of the afternoon and evening. Then I tried to get an early night, but there was like a load of partying happening in this neighborhood. There's like a really cute cafe next to a mosque behind us, and also like a cafe bar type place called Amigos, and it seems like a lot of young people go there. And last night, which was a Saturday night, was so loud, and I thought the music would stop at midnight, but it didn't. It carried on, and there was lots of cars and lots of beeping and shouting. Needless to say, neither me or Craig slept very well last night. The early night was a bit of a flop, but I just had like a really relaxing morning. Just lay in bed for a while, had breakfast in bed. I was going to start writing my Patreon newsletter, but I haven't done that. So that will have to wait till this evening. The first thing we're going to do today is go out for a coffee just to the local cafe behind us. I need to do yoga. I'm hunching a lot and I'm very stiff, but yeah, I brought my yoga mat into the apartment, so I'm going to do some yoga. And actually I think we're going to give you a little tour of the space. This is it, the room where we've been living for the last week. As you can probably hear, we're right by the mosque, so we get to hear a lovely call to prayer. So this is the room. It costs £15 a night, so very good value, and it's a lovely location right by the river, so you can hear the water. Unfortunately, you can hear really loud geese at all hours of the day, but yeah, really nice windows that we really like. And the dogs have got this big space to sleep on. As you can see, Midge is loving it. And this over here has been my desk for the past week whilst I've been working. I kind of like brought it out into the middle of the room because we've only got one light, which was a bit tricky because I was working quite late. But as long as I was under this light, it was actually okay. Tuck that back in the corner because I'm done with work. A TV that we never put on. And then this is the kitchen. And we got a washing machine, so we can do all our laundry.
Which makes this place incredibly good value.
Mm-hmm.
I think at the moment in the UK, washing something or doing a load in a laundrette is 10 quid.
Yeah, and like water bills are going up by 56%.
So
good luck,
like,
England. And an oven, so we've been having lots of chips. And then this is the bathroom. Got a nice newly fitted shower, nice hot water, good water pressure. Really like this shower. We're not sure exactly how old this building is because a lot of the buildings in this town were destroyed during the war. We've noticed that a lot of the buildings have been reconstructed using like quite traditional techniques, which creates a lovely effect. There's so many beautiful buildings in this town, and we're thinking this must have been one of them because it does look quite new, but in like an old style. And in this position, there's always been a mill house. So I guess this building was built in the style of the mill house where they used to grind grain, do stuff with fabrics, because we're next to like a rushing river.
Yeah, nailed it.
This old cupboard's nice, little decorative part of the room, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice. What's in there? Dominoes.
Oh, hello. Do you like this Airbnb, Quentin? We just had a lovely coffee and then we've come straight back home, like a 10-second walk back home, because we're going to have lunch because I'm pretty hungry. It's already getting quite late. There's a bakery just across the bridge there that opens throughout the day and it smells amazing. It's very popular, lots of people go there. So we've been getting these big pita breads called solum. During Ramadan, these are what Bosniaks will have to break their fast if they are fasting. So they're freaking huge bits of bread. And what I thought I would stuff them with, this is what we've been using for a lot of our protein whilst we've been in Bosnia. They have a lot of dried soya shapes, and I'm just going to rehydrate some of this in boiling water and put some flavourings with it. I might wait and see what Craig thinks we should put with it to give it some flavour. I feel like that girl on TikTok that like handles her food to show you what she's eating. Have you seen her? We've got some shredded cabbage. So I'm gonna make a slaw. We've got this vegan cream. This vegan cream is so good. It's like really thick. It cooks well. We've made like creamy mushroom sauces with it. It would be really good for making a tiramisu. So I'm gonna put a bit of that with some mustard and make kind of like a creamy slaw. And I've also got some pickled vegetables. Put a bit of that in and maybe a little bit of onion as well. And we got a lot of parsley, so I'll chop some of that up and put it in the slaw. Well, we've got these little packets of seasoning left over from when we were making instant noodles, so maybe that would go quite well.
Very good.
That was such a delicious dinner. I mean lunch. I've been doing a bit of work on my Patreon newsletter. We're gonna go for a walk because we haven't really exercised much today. We're gonna walk up the river. I'm gonna keep my eyes out for some orchids because I saw my very first bee orchid the other day. I've seen 2 different types, so I'm gonna keep my eyes out for more. I hope you enjoyed watching the past few days of me recuperating after a big publishing project. It's actually been busier than I thought it would be over the past few days, so I've actually had to do a lot more work and a lot less relaxing than I thought I would do. So I wanted to come on here before I finish this video to just talk about a few things to do with my channel, because I'm just feeling quite confused, confused, and I would say like discouraged, and also taking note of what's been happening on my channel lately in terms of views. I'm guessing that most people don't want the content that I'm making. I mean, the views speak for themselves really, don't they? So I've decided that I'm going to change up my content and probably won't be showing many more travel kind of videos. It seemed like my subscribers were following along our journey into van life, like packing up the studio, packing up the van, our first few van adventures, but it definitely seems to be on like a, there's those geese! Definitely does seem to be on a bit of a downward slope there, like I'm not really providing the kind of content that people are interested in. And yeah, it's just a shame because I really like my life. I find it so much more interesting than it used to be when I was, to be honest, a bit of a workaholic up in our attic studio. But I know that I got a lot of my subscribers through sharing about my art and talking about the illustration industry. So I can understand why people aren't really interested in travel videos. But I do think there's something there. Like, I really would like to show, if you want to be an artist and that to be your career, how you make money, you don't have to be locked away. Because I kind of felt like I did. There was so much work that I had on, there was so much I had to do that I barely left the house. I just felt so trapped and so frustrated and like I was missing out on life. And that's why I've made this big lifestyle change, and I am out in the world much more than I was, and we have cut our expenses so much that I don't have to work so much. And I do think there's something to share there. If there are other artists who are feeling like really isolated and frustrated and trapped, there are options for how to like switch your life up and live more. And so yeah, that's what I was really hoping that I could talk about with these travel videos, but probably I haven't expressed that very well so far. So going forward, I'm going to be a lot more intentional about the videos I'm publishing on my channel. Probably no more just like travel-y kind of vlogs. They will have more of a perspective as a working artist, because I feel like maybe that's what people are interested in. I'll be talking more about the illustration industry again, talking more about my work, sharing more of the work that I do, not client work obviously. Yeah, that's my plan going forward. I'm going to be writing a lot of things down and planning for the future, because I do want to carry on making YouTube videos. I really do still enjoy it, and I just feel a bit disheartened at the moment. YouTube does that. If your videos aren't doing well, there is so little motivation to keep going with it. The performance of your current video then influences the performance of your next video, and you feel like you're on like a downward spiral, which is what feels like on my channel at the moment. Maybe there's a way I can get out of that. Maybe there's a way I can make videos that people actually want to watch. With that in mind, please do share in the comments what kind of videos you'd like to see from me. I really would love your input. Just let me know like how I can combine travel and art in a way that would interest you, and also what things you would like me to talk about in terms of illustration and working in a creative career and that kind of thing, and also my own work, what kind of things you like to see that I make on this channel. Please don't ask for another zine video right now, because yeah, that was really intense and I don't think I'm in a position to make another zine video, although that's probably my last successful video that I made. But in future I'd like to do more videos like that where I'm showing a whole project from start to finish, but not right now, but maybe like a longer term project I could. And you know, we are going to be stationary this summer. I'll announce more about that at some point soon, but yeah, we've got somewhere to be for this summer and we're going to be in one place, so maybe there's the opportunity to make another zine, more personal projects, sharing that kind of stuff. So yeah, just let me know, give me some feedback. I'd love to hear from you. My comment section has been very quiet lately as well, and it's just like, oh well. I'm still hopeful that I can, improve things, and that I can have a channel that people want to check in on. Thanks for watching. If you got this far, I really appreciate it. Thanks to my patrons, and hope you're looking after yourselves and resting when you need to, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.